Good evening, families. On behalf of our faculty and staff, welcome to our Bearden High School commencement exercises. I would like to acknowledge some special guests who have joined us this evening. Superintendent of Schools, Dr. John Reiswick.
Knox County Mayor Glenn Jacobs. School Board Representative for District 3, Daniel Watson. School Board Representative for District 4, Catherine Bike. Region 1 Director Danny Trent. Region 1 Supervisor Shelley Maddox. And then we also have our Alumni of the Year awardee, and I'm not going to spoil that announcement, so you'll hear more about him later. Thank you for being here to celebrate our class of 2023 with us tonight. I would also like to recognize our administrative team, Dr. Dave Rinkowitz, Mr. Steve Harris, Mrs. Denise Watts, Mr. Greg Adams, and the principal for the class of 2023, Mr. Donald Balcom. This event would not have happened without their help and without the help of our amazing faculty and staff, and I appreciate their hard work on behalf of students every day.
Please draw your attention to our commencement program. Beside the names of many of our graduates, you will see special characters designating academic accomplishments that are recognized by the state of Tennessee and Knox County schools. Students who are graduating with distinction are those who have attained a B or better average and have completed one of the following: earned a national or state recognized industry certification, participated in at least one of the governor's schools, participated in one of the state's all-state musical organizations, selection as a national merit finalist or semifinalist, attained a 31 or higher composite score on the ACT, attained a score of 3 or higher on at least 2 advanced placement exams, or earned 12 or more semester hours of transcripted post-secondary credit. Students who are graduating with honors are wearing gold stoles and are the top 10 students in the class of 2023. Tri-Star National Industry Certification graduates are those who have earned a National Industry Certification and scored a 19 or higher on the ACT. These students are wearing silver stoles. National Honor Society students are wearing a white pendant stole. These students are chosen for scholarship, leadership, service, and character. They have maintained a 3.5 GPA or higher and have completed at least 50 hours of school or community service during each year that they are a member of the NHS. AP capstone diplomas are awarded to those students who earn scores of 3 or higher on the AP seminar and AP research exams and scores of 3 or higher on 4 additional AP exams of their choosing. These students are wearing a white stole. Students who have earned the Volunteer State Seal of Biliteracy Award are those who have met one of 7 English language criteria, all demonstrating college readiness in English, and 1 world language criteria demonstrating college level proficiency in a language other than English. Today's graduation ceremony is a celebration of the academic success of the class of 2023. You will notice that many graduates are wearing cords that they have earned through their multi-year participation in nationally recognized academic honor societies, competitive academic clubs, and organizations, and or nationally recognized or school-based service organizations where the student must have accrued a certain number of service hours or years of service to be granted the cord. Each colored cord represents academic accomplishment or significant service to our school. And now, will you please turn toward the dog walk and give a hand to the individuals who have prepared your child for this very special day, Bearden High School's outstanding faculty and staff.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the presentation of colors and remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
You may be seated. Good evening, faculty, special guests, family, friends, and most importantly, our senior class of 2023. My name is Rania Joshi, your class president, and it is an honor to be speaking to you this evening to welcome you to Bearden High School's Class of 2023's commencement ceremony. This year, our senior quote was taken from Tennessee's beloved Dolly Parton, who once said, "The way I see it, if you want the rainbow, you gotta put up with the rain." And looking upon my fellow seniors, I see no better class fit for this quote. Over the past 4 years, our class has both individually and collectively strived for excellence while overcoming obstacles and expectations in order to pave our own way to success. As freshmen, we stumbled through Bearden hallways, bright-eyed and wondering where the next 4 years would bring us. We have been pelted by raindrops such as COVID, college board, late nights fighting sleep to keep up with academics, attempting to park without getting posted by bad parking at BHS, running to class to avoid getting lunch detention, or even worse, running to CTE in the pouring rain. Over the past 4 years, we have solidified what one would call a legendary legacy. We have won 6 state championships, we have earned national dance titles, and we have performed 7 theater productions like Curtains and The Crucible, while also showcasing our choral talent at Carnegie Hall. So guys, we did it! The sky has finally cleared up, and we are in the midst of our very own rainbow. I'm so proud of us for making it to this point in our lives. Our graduation day is finally here. Now, someone who has excelled in finding his very own rainbows has been our salutatorian, Nathan Brousseau, son of Mike and Carrie Brousseau. In his time here at Bearden, he has excelled as a National Merit Commended Scholar and as an AP Capstone Diploma recipient. But in a non-academic world, His hobbies over the past 4 years have included skiing in Colorado and golfing locally in order to give him a reprieve outside of school. Next year, he will be studying neuroscience at the University of Florida. Please welcome to the stage, Nathan Brousseau.
First off, I would like to thank all of you, especially my friends and family, for being here this evening. And also to the teachers that put up with the extremely flamboyant personality of mine. These 4 years truly flew by when you step back and think about it, but you know what they say, time flies when you're having fun. I struggled to decide what I wanted to make of this speech. When I first sat down to write it, tons of thoughts were flowing through my mind. Hard-hitting message or generic graduation speech? Should I throw in a few witty remarks or keep it formal? These thoughts rapidly progressed into, you just had to take those few extra AP classes. I guess you make your bed, you lie in it. So since I'm standing here, I might as well share some of my alleged wisdom that is assumed to come with the title of Salutatorian. The first thing that comes to mind is something that someone very close to me has often reminded me. Life is a series of choices. Now, I'm not going to give you a lecture on making good choices. I'll save that for the special people up there in the stands. But up until now, many choices have been made for us. What time we have to go to school, what classes are required, and even what school we go to. But as we graduate and move on to make many of our own choices, I challenge you to make bold ones. Join that club you know nothing about, or go all in on that hobby you've wanted to pursue. Make choices that push your boundaries or make you uncomfortable. For growth often comes from discomfort, kind of like the discomfort I'm feeling right now. Today, we accomplished a major goal, high school graduation. In the future, I encourage you to set goals for yourself. Avoid lofty goals or ideals that can discourage you, but instead set goals for success. For example, I would love to be a great public speaker who is confident and charismatic. However, as Mr. McCorder and Mr. Vosick know, charisma is a weakness of mine. But I'm still standing here, accomplishing a smaller goal so that maybe one day I can be the speaker I idolize to be. And if not, at least I'll be better than yesterday. I guess what I'm trying to say is that setting goals provides us with purpose and motivation for where we want to go in life. Oh boy, definitely should have picked the generic graduation speech. Whether it be COVID-19, a tough loss, or a bad grade, we have all felt some type of adversity. But life is full of ups and downs. As the inspirational former Prime Minister of Britain, Winston Churchill, once said, "Success is not final, failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts." So don't worry about mistakes, and don't become complacent in good times. Be your best and original self, stay disciplined, and most of all, stay relentless. Congratulations, class of 2023.
Good evening. My name is Devin Soa, President of the Senior Committee. As our time here comes to an end, the legacy that we'll leave behind has just begun. Our lives that were once connected to this school are now going into separate directions. For some, that's college or the military, occupational schools, or the workforce. Our legacy does not lie in our title as seniors, especially as we are mere moments from becoming alums, but rather how we give back to the institution who has invested in our future these past 4 years. Our school is built on the accomplishments of our students and staff who constantly strive to reach bars previously thought unattainable. Leaving a legacy is a Bearden tradition, and knowing this, the Senior Committee, with the assistance of Coach Shinlever, decided to update the existing trophy cases in our gymnasium hallway and reshoot and update the photo boards across campus as the class gift. Through these gifts, we are not only honoring the students who have made this school excellent, but also welcoming those who will one day walk its halls. It seemed fitting that our class gift would recognize a community of students who presently strive for excellence. I would like to take this opportunity to thank the Senior Committee for the work they have put in this year, through countless meetings, food trucks, bake sales, and time taken outside of their personal lives. I would also like to thank Ms. Fine for the time she has put into this club. She has served as a dedicated sponsor, and without her support, this club would have quickly fallen apart. Finally, I would like to thank the entire class. Without your support through our fundraisers, canvas pulls, senior sunrise, and other events, the Senior Committee would not have been able to leave a legacy of excellence within the walls of Bearden. One student in particular has truly embodied the excellence of Bearden High School. During her 4 years here at Bearden, daughter of Juliana Hartano, Kathleen Hartano, has taken advantage of the unique programs Bearden offers. She invested her personal time into STEM extracurriculars, being a member of the Science Olympiad team, serving as a co-president her junior and senior year. Kathleen is the type of person who takes advantage of every possibility thrown in her direction. And when she sets a goal, anyone in her way would be better off moving to the side. Possessing qualities of commitment, dedication, precision, and excellence, Kathleen is the very definition of excellence that Bearden High School prides itself on. So without further ado, I would like to introduce the class of 2023 valedictorian, Kathleen Hartono.
To prepare for this moment, I watched hours of YouTube, ranging from honest graduation speeches to the organic chemistry tutor. I've spent my time here hoping for these 4 years to resemble these videos. Educating, yet flashing by at 2 times speed. As I attempted to find a commonality among the nearly 500 in our class, I thought of course load references to realize everyone's schedule was different. I thought of memorable Spy Family quotes to realize I'd offend someone with Anya's iconic line, "The people look like bits of trash from up here," which, if you've seen the show, then you know one interpretation is that the world is broader than our own perspectives, and that can make us feel insignificant. Or another interpretation is that she was simply speaking her mind. Either way, an explanation was necessary. But getting back on track, what was most relatable are the reasons we're here, those diplomas. However, before we continue with today's ceremony, I'd like to take a moment to be realistic. I don't believe we've collectively strived for excellence and paved our way to success. But this is because we're humans with subjective views of what excellence and success mean. Some measure these words through numbers, like their GPA and grades in Aspen, while others see excellence and success as their impact on their community. Each individual must find their definitions of these words and accomplish what they see fit. But the journey won't be easy, because frustration is inevitable, failure is inescapable, and life isn't always fair. Being the optimist I am, I could list a few more, but I'll stop there, because we'll always be faced with obstacles. We might not reach what we perceive excellence and success to be, nor our goals. And that's okay. Life isn't all about the results. Although it is partially, the process undergone to achieve our goals is more important. And so are the choices and sacrifices we'll all make to get where we want to be. Just remember, at the end of the day, you are 1 in a million. But there are 8 billion people on Earth, and we are another group of teenagers who played the game of high school and reached May 31st. As we experience many things throughout our 4 years, both positive and negative, it's important to reflect on what we gave up to reach today. Was it worth it? I don't have the answer, but I encourage everyone to ponder this, appreciating the overarching sacrifices made by us and our families. To end on a more positive note, I would like to thank those who were prouder of me than I was of myself, and those who told me I could when I felt like I couldn't. Hopefully, all the graduates today will also be able to express their gratitude towards their loved ones. We are very privileged in the sense of having the accessible education and opportunities that we've had, and I hope we continue to gain awareness for present and future decisions. Congratulations on this achievement, and thank you everyone for gathering to spend the next couple of hours celebrating the class of 23. That's it. Sorry.
The Bearden High School class of 2023 of 441 students has excelled in many ways. 68% of the class earned a grade point average of 3.0 or better. 143 seniors, 32% of the senior class, earned a 4.0 or better grade point average. The 2023 graduates will be continuing their education at 75 different colleges and universities in 19 different states and in Japan. Over the course of their time at Bearden High School, these seniors have performed over 21,867 hours of community service. That is an average of almost 50 hours per senior. The class of 2023 was also rewarded for their academics and achievements. Seniors received scholarships offering total over $36,255,176. Yeah, you can clap for that. This is a new record for Bearden High School, and it is almost 2 million more than last year. This class includes 2 National Merit semifinalists, 1 National Merit finalist, 5 National Merit commended students, 2 National Hispanic Scholars, 4 Ned McWhirter Scholars, 1 National Merit Scholarship winner, 13 Seal of Biliteracy awardees, and 2 students with World Language Honor Seals, several Eagle Scouts and Girl Scout Gold awardees, 5 National Achiever Society Scholars, 1 student with a perfect 36 ACT score, the State of Tennessee winner of the High School Heisman, a Gatorade Player of the Year, and a community recipient of the Daughters of the American Revolution Good Citizen Award. This class also includes members of the National Distinguished Unit with academic honors for JROTC, first place champions in the Tennessee State NJROTC Drill Team Competition, the first ever Virtual Enterprise National Championship Team, 516 national industry certifications, the District 4 AAA regular season district tournament region and sub-state champions and state qualifier in girls basketball, Miss Tennessee basketball, the TSSAA state dance champions, the 3-peat UDA game national dance champions, the district and region champs, the state qualifier in boys soccer, the district and region champs and state champions in girls soccer, 2022 Girls United Soccer Coaches and Prep Soccer #1 team in the nation for girls soccer, the Division II city champions in swimming, and the district champions in girls and boys golf. Finally, the class of 2023 had 125 advanced placement student recognitions, including 80 AP scholars, 34 AP scholars with distinction, 12 AP scholars with honors, 81 AP scholars, and 30 capstone diplomas. This class helped Bearden High School achieve its newest national ranking with a silver level award in the U.S. News and World Report 2023 Best American High Schools ranking, Bearden in the top 11% of all high schools in the United States. "91% report planning on going to post-secondary college training after graduation. 70.4% are four-year colleges. 15.9% will go to two-year colleges, and 4.7% of you guys will go to technical or vocational colleges. 7.2% are going to work or go somewhere after high school. 1.3% are going to serve directly in the military. Others include Navy ROTC scholarship, Army ROTC scholarship, and enrollment at the Citadel. 0.4% are going into special programming and some kind of future programming like UT Futures. Bearden High had 426 seniors apply for the Tennessee Promise, 100% of the eligible class. Bearden High had a 95% FAFSA completion rate, and this is one of the highest in the state and the highest in Bearden history. 163 students will also be receiving the UT Promise scholarships, which include a scholarship for tuition for up to 4 years at UT Knoxville, UT Chattanooga, UT Martin, or UT Southern. Seniors submitted 1,209 applications to over 227 different colleges in the U.S. and Japan. I don't know what else to say about choosing excellence or being legendary, but this class, you have done both of those things.
Would Mr. Les Johnston please come to the stage? Hello, class of 2023. My name is Naomi Nguyen, and I am the soon-to-be former student body president. It seems like yesterday when we were all freshmen, scared of the pit, waiting for our turn for the front row at football games, with thoughts of the future nowhere near the fronts of our minds. Now we sit here, minutes away from receiving diplomas and going from students to alumni. To some of you, the Alumni Association is just about reunions, which may come faster than we think, or the letters that come annually in the mail asking for money. But we should realize that being a part of the Alumni Association is a privilege and an honor afforded to few, and a unique opportunity to give back to the place that made us more respectful, responsible, and resourceful citizens by providing a challenging and safe learning environment. One such person who believes in giving back is Les Johnston, alumnus of Bearden's class of 1972, where he served that community as student council representative and Latin Club president. A career accountant and a celebrated campus minister, a husband, a grandfather, and a hiker, Mr. Johnston did something incredible for our school last year. He led the charge amongst his fellow classmates of 1972 to raise money for new equipment for advanced art programs at Bearden. Thanks to his dedication and willingness to give back, the class of 72 donated $28,500 for new materials and technology, which enabled the Bearden Art Department to update existing programs and add a new graphic design class. Mr. Johnston, on behalf of Bearden High School, I thank you for your efforts and present you with the Alumni of the Year Award. Congratulations, Mr. Johnston. Oh, it's in a bag. I'm sorry. There you go. Thank you. You're so very welcome.
Good evening, class of 2023. Reflecting back on your time at Bearden High School, I am certain you remember that your freshman year abruptly ended due to a pandemic that seemed to sweep down upon us without warning. In that maelstrom of fear and chaos, you lost the opportunity to complete what you had started. Spring break turned into an extended vacation. You didn't finish your freshman classes, your spring performances never happened, and you had no chance to compete in the athletic events for which you had trained. Your sophomore year proved to be challenging in a different way. Some of you chose virtual learning as a reason not to come to school, and told me you later realized that was not a good choice when you had to work twice as hard to catch up. Others worked diligently at home and grew up quickly, engaging in learning beyond what your classes required. For those of you who were in person, your sophomore year was filled with quarantines, 500 fewer students in the building, weird plastic shields in offices and classrooms, and unusual traffic patterns in the hallways. As if that wasn't enough, your junior year had its own unique strangeness and challenges. Traditions were stifled. Many of you struggled with a heavier workload than you had had at home, and the pandemic continued to affect your high school experience as questions were raised about whether or not we needed to continue learning, practicing, and rehearsing behind masks. to be honest, I'm guessing that your senior year felt like your only normal year of high school. But who's to say what's normal? You chose the words of singer-songwriter, businesswoman, and philanthropist Dolly Parton as your senior quote. Dolly's life has not followed a course that most would call normal. She was the fourth of 12 children raised in a one-room cabin on the banks of the Little Pigeon River. Her illiterate father tended his own farm and worked construction jobs to supplement the family's small income. Her sickly mother cared for the children and taught them old ballads and how to make and play different musical instruments. From playing a homemade guitar in church at the age of 7 to her induction into the country music and rock and roll halls of fame, Dolly grew from being dirt poor to donating millions of dollars in support of literacy, cancer research, education, and humanitarian efforts in East Tennessee. She is such an inspiration today that you chose her words as your inspiration. This rags to riches country music legend, inspired by her hardworking and loving parents, said, "The way I see it, if you want the rainbow, you got to put up with the rain." These words are an accurate description of you, the class of 2023. The pandemic may have rained on 75% of your high school experience, but rather than fixating on that unfairness, you transformed that rain into millions of droplets of resilience, discipline, maturity, self-reflection, and a determination to pursue your dreams with excellence. I could name so many ways in which you all braved the rain and kept going. The grueling practices before 7 a.m. with 60 up-downs in the heat and humidity, showing up early for tutoring, toughing out that AP course and then choosing to take another, finishing those edgenuity courses rather than vegging out on TikTok, donating as many as 54 hours of community service to the school after meeting with Mrs. Slayer to regain your prom eligibility, endlessly studying when a trig function is 0 versus undefined, unexpected defeats and tough brackets on your multi-year quest to be state champions, practicing your presentation again and again on your way to internationals. You put in long days, months, and years of showing up and doing the work, even when you did not feel like it, whether you ultimately won or lost. Rain shows no favoritism. No matter who we are or how we grow up, life has a way of showering us with heartache and difficulty. Not a single person in this stadium has been sheltered from the storms of life. Not a single graduate on this field has sailed through high school without struggle. The hardships you experienced outside of school have been daunting. Family members became sick and in some cases died. Jobs were lost, and many of you had to step up and work after school to help support your families. Life has cast upon you 1,000 drops of rain, each of them uniquely challenging and painful. Season and career-ending injuries, rejection, disappointment, homelessness, uncertainty, choosing to spend a few quality days working in Mr. Balcom's office to make sure that you were here tonight. But what has your persistence through the rain done for you, class of 2023? What has the rain of high school taught you about life? How have you grown? Rainbows form when light tries to push its way through billions of raindrops. The rain appears to win, bending and changing the light's direction. As the light separates and scatters into different wavelengths, a spectrum of beautiful colors appear, influenced by the Earth's curvature. The long, slow process of working toward a goal is not unlike the formation of a rainbow. Change and personal growth are won through small daily habits and choices that, when repeated over time, accumulate into something far greater than you ever could have imagined. Class of 2023, together, you are Bearden High School. There may have been times where you felt soaked to the bone, but your collective determination and commitment to hard work led to a spectacular rainbow. Not only are you standing on this field as a Bearden High School graduate, but you are also part of a class with an astonishing list of accomplishments. With your Bearden teammates, you earned 9 national championships, back-to-back state championships, single-season state championships, and state runner-up accolades. You earned 21 CompTIA certifications and superior ratings across the board for multiple performing arts groups. Miss Basketball for the state of Tennessee, Gatorade Player of the Year, raising more than $5,000 for Children's Hospital, $2,700 for Second Harvest, and over $6,500 for multiple charities, including Smoky Mountain Service Dogs, all in 1 year. From no attendance at indoor sporting events to the entire Bulldog student section dressed in solid black, hundreds of students united against a rival team. From virtual club meetings to new clubs, and the mentors organizing and leading 2 class visits, from masked instruments to national recognition, from you might get hurt to a serious powder puff championship, from no extracurriculars during the pandemic to the return of grand traditions. These are rainbows. Thousands of hours of civic and volunteer work, representing your school with sportsmanship and class, 14 consecutive years as a distinguished NJROTC unit, All-American and All-State recognition for numerous athletes and performers, unparalleled academic accomplishments. Were these rainbows worth the heartache and the work? As you receive your diplomas and leave this field to make your impact in a different setting, think about how your rain changed you. I wish I could stand here today and tell you the days of rain are now behind you, and there will be no more droplets clouding your vision or challenging you. But while there will certainly be more rainbows to come, there will also absolutely be more storms. The way I see it, if you want the rainbow, you got to put up with the rain. You earned your spot on this field tonight, and I want you to feel proud of yourselves for the accomplishments you earned as a result of your decision to be tenacious and hopeful in the face of life's storms. To care and support one another as a class, you put up with the rain. To be a graduate, you put up with the rain. To earn a record-setting $36 million in scholarship money, you put up with the rain. To leave a legacy for the students who will follow in your footsteps, you ignored the rain. And when the rain begins again, because it will, remember that you gained the rainbow because you had the courage to face the rain. I truly do not think there is any way Mr. Balcom, Ms. Mullinax, your teachers, and I could be more proud of you. Thank you all for allowing me, along with the teachers and staff of Bearden High School, to watch you press through the rain, scattering into brilliant light that cannot be stopped. Congratulations, class of 2023. Go Dogs! And now the moment you all have been waiting for. Superintendent Ryswick, on behalf of the Bearden High School faculty, I would like to present the class of 2023 who, having completed the requirements for graduation set forth by the Tennessee Department of Education and the Knox County School Board, are candidates for a diploma.
My good one. Where's it at? There it is. Let's see, am I on? Testing.
Valedictorian, Kathleen June Hartono.
Salutatorian, Nathan Michael Brousseau.
Elizabeth Ann Cathy.
Colby Ann Clements Donahoe.
Lily Isabel Fawaz.
Josephine Grace Gale Out.
Balin Meadow Haverkamp.
Luke Wesley Hayward.
Clara Ainsley Shea.
Josiah Najee Hurst.
Nelson Thomas Karnowski.
Megan Campbell Oros.
Noah Ray Karnowski.
Kayla Monet Pasto.
Josiah Emmanuel Yao.
William Clark Roberts II.
Rebecca Sharon Roth.
Stephanie Kyunghyun Cho.
Lucas Robert Segrist.
Eric Kevin Freudenberg.
Mary Elizabeth Sheringham.
Rania Rushbab Joshi.
Ella Faith Shipley.
Devin Alexis Ivanelli Soa.
Lauren Catherine Thompson.
Naomi Butayan Wynn.
Annabelle Caitlin Vartan Matthews.
Rayan Khalid Abumayela. Raylan Khalid Abumayela.
Brian Christ Utomo.
Coda Joshua Atkins.
Galadriel Amron Ames.
Parker Jacob Akins.
Gunnar Allen Alanis.
Dylan Edward Alexander.
Laith Imad Alajar.
Alea Denise Allen.
Elisha Richard Allgood.
Ali Tawfiq Al-Sudani.
Jason Jonathan Alvarez.
Callie Joe Lynn Altman.
Peyton Kimsey Arline.
Estefania Armendariz Fidencio.
Maddox Franklin Arnold.
Morgan Dana Arnorius.
Devin Allen Alt.
Dina Bassem Awad. I am, just tell me, is that right? Yes. Dina Bassem Awad.
Chloe Marie Ayo.
Samantha Noel Bach.
Jeanette Idrisi Bahani.
Amelia Celine Bajway.
Leanne Lee Yon Bailey.
Gabriel Jacob Barney.
Aiden Jeffrey Barkman.
Harper Joshua Bianco.
Renee. Morgan Janine Byrne.
Marcus David Bishop.
Andrew Shafiq Benson.
Kiera Ari Blevins.
Devin Leach Blair.
Aiden Michael Boer.
Anna Lynn Bolden.
Ava Dillard Bradshaw.
Luke Campbell Bouchard.
Prashawn Marquise Brown.
Jackson Chase Britton.
Catherine Nicole Browning Foshi.
Jonathan Cedric Bundy.
All right. Emma Beth Burke.
Tanner Brian Burke.
Ainsley Brooke Burkett.
Camden Reed Butcher.
Braden Delaney Butler.
Domenico Matthias Camaletti.
Alyssa Gail Campbell.
Connor Ryan Kaplick.
Brody Jackson Carter.
Margie Claire Carver.
Isaiah Anthony Castaneda.
Angel Gabrielle Castillo.
Brenya Faith Castleberry.
Omar Antonio Castro.
Elijah Braden Kaler.
Henry Johan Sintero.
Bryce Alexander Chesney.
Hayden Grant Childress.
Mason Moroni Chug.
Lucas Daniel Chun Triasti.
Jacob Anthony Ciancio.
Zuma Lillian Clark.
Logan James Click.
Parker Richard Coe.
Cash Travis Coggin.
Madeline K. Crum.
Jacob Logan Collette.
Michael Jeremiah Collins.
Emma Nadine Cooley. Kimberly Elaine Cox.
Jeb Douglas Cox.
Mary Sims Cross.
Perry Drew Crawford.
Aurora Flowers Cruz.
Cooper Eric Cross.
Isabella Rose Davis.
Hussam Dabag.
McCavian Emmanuel Dawson.
Dakota Lynn Wayne Delaney.
Thomas Arthur DeLuca.
Dominic Cade Derrera.
Brenna Grace DeWurst.
Leonardo Axel Diaz.
Ariana Lachelle Dixon.
Adele Hamid Bashir Juwari.
Felicity Beth Dockery.
Maya Amina Dola.
Chandler Ross Donahoe.
Alan Gonzalez Dominguez.
Caden James Douglas.
Catherine May Dudley.
Melena Larissa Eden.
Haven Isaiah Drennan.
Asma Usama Muhammad El Hassan. Asma Usama Muhammad.
Leith Evan Duncan Morin.
I should know that, I'll be honest. Asma Usama Muhammad El Hassan.
Jordan Amelie Eikenberry.
Ryan Philip Ellis.
Alyssa Katie Ella.
Lucas Bailey Epperson.
Brinley Allison Erdley.
Fennec or Fennec? All right. Isabel Maddie Fennec.
Ruby Catherine Fisher.
Elizabeth Miriam Floyd.
Ethan Matthew Ford.
Seamus William Forsyth.
Grace Catherine Fowler.
Taylor Marie Brady.
Brady Daniel Frederick.
Jackson Brody Gardner.
Amy Grace Garris.
Alyssa Terane Gast. Alyssa Terane Gast.
Brooklyn Marie Goslin.
Hampton Reese Gherkin.
Audrey Holiday Gilbert.
Ashlyn Brooke Gilbertson.
Brianna Grace Gilday.
Gabrielle Cameron Gilstrap.
Zachary Joseph Gleason.
Evan Hamilton Goins.
Travis Joseph Grant.
Lizeth Diane Gomez Giraldo.
Preston Calvin Greer.
Ethan Alexander Gorod.
Gabriella Larice Griffey.
Rihanna Lachey Greenlee.
Michael Ryan Hall.
Logan Christopher Grenfell.
Calvin Maxwell Hamilton.
Bella Therese Hafner.
Eliza Faith Hammond.
Emery Clarice Hammer.
Caden Michael Hammonds.
Hayden Elise Hammond.
Kaylee Denise Hensborough.
Hayes Murphy Haney.
Anna Lynn Harms.
Trinity Nicole Ruth Hardiman.
Nathan Henry Harris.
John Phillip Harris.
Ryan Diaz Hart.
Eliana Jolie Harshberger.
Ayla Denise Hauser.
Chloe Danielle Montano Hatcher.
Sophia Catherine Head.
Molly Lauren Hawkins.
Cameron Elizabeth Heinig.
Edward Markham Haig.
Caroline Michelle Helton.
Morgan Marie Hellman.
Reagan Elise Helzer.
Aiden Creed Hemley.
Ethan Jacob Hercules.
Ashton Gail Hensley.
Caitlin Elizabeth Hester.
Jolia Grace Hessley.
Canon Robert High.
Jalen Matthew Hickson.
Hannah Claire Hill.
Hudson Charles Hoffaker.
Reagan Marie Honeycutt.
Lauren Ann Holman.
Ethan Alexander House.
Julie Ann Horn.
Mason Edwin Howard.
Lauren Felice Huber.
Tristan Alexander Howell.
Peyton Lee Huber.
Bryson Garrett Huffaker.
Mary Isabella Hummel.
Ethan Garrett Hall.
Kaylee Ruth Hurt.
Hussein Dia Hussein.
Lola Jane Hutchinson.
Cole Alexander Hutchison.
Anastasia May James. Princess Shantasia Vera Johnson.
Layli Izatpana.
Princess Shantasia Vera Johnson.
Evan Lawrence Jadosek.
Jesse Cooley Jones.
Owen Scott Johnson.
Lauren Ellen Jones.
Rachel Dawn Johnson.
Casey Marie Jorgensen.
Luke LaPrairie Juno.
Harrison John Kay.
Jasmine Juarez Hernandez.
Elizabeth Graylin Kerr.
Sean Michael Campus.
Saish Kanal Kierpiker.
Tybor Alexander Kelly.
Reese Daleen Colerick. All right. Reese Daleen Colerick.
Valerie Marie Kenson.
Abigail Jane Cornegay.
Segev Koenig.
Ethan James Kovac.
Riley Lynn Kolnick.
All right, stay. David Mike Lavrinovich.
Preston Connor LaBanca.
Anna Claire Leaf.
Morgan Lane Langenberg.
Benjamin Matthew Lehman.
Destiny Rashayla Lawrence.
Andrew Neelan Lay.
Robert Jacques Lebeau.
Ryan Anders Lind.
Graciana Joe Leslie.
Blake Thomas Lindsley.
Patricia Adele Lyford.
Lisbeth Marina Lopez Jimenez.
Eric Robert Lindley.
Julian Ethan Loyacano.
Rachel Jane Lepina.
Griffin Webb Mackey.
Jackson Connor Lowe.
Griffin Jeffrey Mandel.
Eric Thomas Little.
Taylor Marie Mann.
Miroslava Makar.
Sean Randall Maples.
Merritt Suzanne Munir.
Turner Chase Martin.
Sarah Louise Manville.
Hannah Paige Matthews.
Connor Christian Martin.
Owen Samuel Matthews.
Ezekiel Sergio Martinez.
Isaiah Michael Lewis Mays.
Davis Emery Masters.
Brandon Keyshawn McLean.
Addison Elizabeth May.
Ashley Faith McDaniels.
Nicholas Cameron Maison.
Jorai Terrell McGee.
Melanie Ava McCoy.
Mackenzie McElwain.
Connor Michael McEntee.
Dominic Emmanuel Mello.
Anna Elizabeth McGill.
Cassidy Kong Mead.
Brent Robert McLeroy.
Evan Neal Michael.
Kylie Renee McWilliams.
Aaron Matthew Mickles.
Daniela Alessandra Mercado.
Sorry about that. Clayton Lloyd Michaels.
Lauren Elizabeth Miller.
Kyler Alexander Meisenheimer.
William Starry Milligan.
Ella Champagne Morse.
Ava Rebecca Michelin.
Maddox Olive Morse.
Jacqueline Montserrat Montalvo.
Adam Harris Moss.
Maximilian Umberto Moore.
Kyle Helton Moss.
Holt Sedell Mosley.
Ethan Wyatt Mullane.
Benjamin Allen Motley.
Brindley Elizabeth Murphy.
Andrew David Mullinax.
Samuel Vincent Nico.
Dylan Joseph Murray.
Lucas Jason Nordine.
David Kamel Nissan.
Alejandro Osmani Nuila.
Ella Marie Norton.
Trevor Kenneth Olant.
Eli James Knuckles.
Ella Grace Outland.
Jason Charles Ogle.
Tatum Kualola. Tatum Kualoha. No,
Asa Roland Passetti.
Aloha. Okay, so each of you is separate. Gotcha. Yeah. Tatum Kualoha Nosaka.
Aiden Ethan Osborne Parton.
Tyler Dean Perry.
Alexander Michael Parker.
Logan Spencer Peterson.
Melanie Pereira Pasco.
William Victor Plusnick.
Pari Patel.
Jake Dennison Poole.
Adarian Glenn Patton.
Virginia Gray Powers.
Ariana Page Piety.
Caitlin Brooke Roddy.
Tyson Karan Pertol.
What do you want? That's why.
Himmel Pokorel.
Are you changing it from this morning? We wrote this morning. Do you want me to read something else? All right. Gavin Casper Reeves.
Alexander Carroll Power.
Brendan Michael Relaford.
Abdullah Samir Kado.
Lily Grace Reynolds.
Seth William Addison Reap.
Shepley Kia Richards.
Jacob Timothy Reinbolt.
All right. Daria Janelle Riley.
Jackson Lynn Reynolds.
Jackson Barrett Roberts.
Samuel Charles Reynolds.
Julie Patterson.
McLean Elizabeth Riggins.
Neil Patel.
Julian Davis Clay Rios.
Caitlin Brooke Palmer.
Andrew Byron Rogers.
Andres Rodriguez.
Juliet Karma Rothermel.
Jaden Patrick William Roos.
Layla Elise Rudolph.
Say it again. Jada Janice Rucker.
Natalia Amris Salamanca Benitez.
Nason James Ruzecki.
Ava Dawn Sevilla.
Natalie Nicole Salinas.
Ethan Joseph Samuelson.
Adeline Grace Sample.
Alessandra Grace Schnell.
Isabella Salabini.
Vladimir Alexeyevich Serov.
Jackson Baker Shriver.
Lillian Grace Shaw.
David Ferdinand Sharp Horn.
Trent Benjamin Shuford.
Drake Anthony Shope.
Isabella Agnes Sylvan.
Siddiqui. Jenna Yasmin Siddiqui.
Jonah Everett Bradley Sinor.
Jimmy Beer Singh. Jimmy Beer Singh.
Jaden Robert Smith.
Emily Hazel Smith.
Carson Andrew Smoko.
Congratulations. Tia Alexa Smith.
Jalen Mackenzie Snyder.
Blake Andrew Sowers.
Mikhailo Alexandrovich Sokolenko. Tanisha Rahim Somani.
Cora Ann Southern.
Kaylee Alexis Spradlin.
Lucas Ben Spires.
Molly Ann Stegall.
Gundeep Shra.
Jacob Edward Stevens.
Parker Divine Stanley.
William Pierce Stooksbury.
Mackenzie Rose Stevens.
Jalen Nicole Story.
Lane Louise Stevens.
Braden Robert Suggs.
Amelia Grace Stopka.
Hayden Bryant Tate.
Marcy Ann Strickland.
Lorelei Francis Thomas.
Isaiah Hartley Swinson.
Luke Thomas Tiemeyer.
Pierce William Theobald.
Aiden Jeremiah Tipton.
Xander McLean Thompson.
Avery Diana Treadwell.
Elizabeth Anastasia Takonen.
Briley Leanne Tucker.
Catherine Isabella Tolene.
Ashlyn Rose Turman.
Isabel Amelia Troxclair.
Catherine Elsie Turner.
Madeline Grace Tucker.
Lauren Cole Upham.
Andrew Michael Turner.
Roxana Valencia.
Alina Ray Turowski.
Annabelle Jasmine Vargas.
Deborah Camila Urbina.
Abby Caroline Varney.
Hayden Tyler Vance.
Kenna Reagan Venard.
All right. Yeben David Villeda Galvez.
Reese Olivia Waltman.
Taylor Lee Warnick.
Anthony Takemian Watts.
Matthew Leonard Weldon.
Angela Wilson.
Samuel James Weldon.
Christopher Tate Willock.
William Franklin Subin Whaley.
Damian Elijah White.
Nyla Sunshine Whitaker.
Nathan Howard Wilkins.
Gabriella Kate Wilkerson.
Oh.
Right, let me have the card. What's that?
It's good. Meadow Elizabeth Williams.
Isabella Faith Williams.
Congratulations on making me happy now. Good.
Colton Jeremy Wilson.
Ella Olivia Wolf. It's going to be pretty close.
Lauren Eliza Brooke Wood.
Malia Aubrey Wood.
Nokia Rupert Winter.
Charles Scott Yates.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Give me a minute to catch up. Preston Martin Young.
Emma Lane Yunt. Be careful going down those things. Wow.
What was all that ruckus about?
Oh, wow.
What was all that ruckus about?
Family and friends, just a few final instructions as we close our commencement ceremony. After the graduates throw their caps, they will recess through the dog walk to pick up their diplomas in the gym. Please remain in your seats until your child returns to the stadium, and then you're free to join them on the field, take photos, congratulate them, and celebrate. Class of 2023, please stand as your senior committee classmates Josiah Yao and Ainsley Shea join me at the podium.
This evening, we have crossed the stage as a symbol of our journey from childhood to adulthood.
Class of 2023, please move your tassels from right to left. Class of 2023 graduates,
taste the rainbow and go Dogs!